Hello and a very warm welcome to all the viewers of 3.2 TV. I am Manoj Dharra. So, encouraging trends are emerging from the NFT space. As per the latest data, NFT sales have gathered pace during December 2022 and January 23 as we are speaking, which has actually posted a first back-to-back months of gain. So, to discuss all this in details and more about the NFT sector and related events in the market, we have invited a very special guest. Let me introduce you to Mr. Anndy Lian. He is an author of NFT from Hero to Zero. He is also an intergovernmental advisor to the Mongolian government. Sir, welcome on 3.0 TV and we wish you a happy New Year, sir.
Hey, Happy New Year to you too.
So,
good to see you.
Thank you so much, sir. So, since we are talking about the entire Web3 space, we have seen your first reactions on the entire cryptocurrency market. As we speak, the market has actually recovered from its low. There was an event, a dark event, such as the FTX implosion. Market has actually has fully priced in that event, and as we speak, Bitcoin is near $24,000. So your first reactions on how this market is taking these events and what is the way forward, sir?
I think the market right now is in a slightly healthier state, right? There's a lot of better fiscal policy around the world, and that is a very big plus point for the crypto industry. So as we see, FTX, Three Arrows, and a number of DeFi projects, it seems like it is now a thing in the past.
Perfect.
Right? A lot of projects who are supposed to go down, I believe, more than 80-90% of them are already down. So I think, again, this is a very good, healthy exercise to flush out a lot of these bad actors. You have also mentioned about NFTs.
Yep.
If you look at the NFT market right now, it has picked up a lot.
Exactly.
I dare say that the whole of last year, it is a very bearish market, for the NFTs. Right now, if you look at the transactions that are being made on Ethereum, for example, it has grown a lot. And if you look at the next few chains that are doing well, Polygon is another one. Polygon did very well, and they are increasingly capturing a huge portion of the market thanks to traditional companies supporting them, like Reddit, Meta, Starbucks. These are some of these companies that are supporting Polygon. So if you see that Polygon low price strategy is going to work during the bad days, I dare say that, during the slightly better market right now, it is going to pump really hard, especially in the NFT space.
So since we are talking about the NFT markets, let us begin a very nice and detailed discussion about this sector. Since you track this sector and you have written many books on this as well. I read a lot of articles, sir. You are very vocal about this NFT space. So are we successfully generating liquidity tools to stabilize NFT markets by creating a better Web3 infrastructure for users and investors to have managed to develop use cases? And are they large enough to drive the markets? Since you're talking about the low cost, the blockchain providers such as Polygon. So are getting traction, and you are seeing a huge movement in that front. So how do you justify this, sir?
I think the huge movement is definitely something that is very positive, for the industry. Why this is positive? Because you see mainstream big brands, like I've mentioned, supporting NFT, supporting Web3 initiative. You see big brands like global brands like Red Bull, for example, Red Bull Racing, they together with Bybit and Azuki NFT, they launched a NFT, end of last year. That to me is another big plus, for global brands, working alongside with Web3 companies, like Bybit or like Azuki.
All right.
Is that enough? I think, my friend, the question is that enough to sustain the whole industry and bring in more better news? I think it's definitely not enough. I hope to see, big brands, for example, Nike, after the successful launch of their Web3 initiative, continue to do more in 2022. Same for Red Bull Racing, for example. I hope to see them move into a more advanced stage, of Web3 integration into their current business. So these are a lot of things that I think would drive liquidity, would drive more buzz in the NFT space. And again, these are just the very, very beginning. We have to see more, and we have to see more collaboration, within the Web3 industry, and also within the Web3 industry and the traditional players. Sir, that is a big plus.
Perfect. Sir, since you are a big advisor for many exchanges, and since you are advising Mongolian government as well, you have been working very actively with all the HNIs as far as this segment is concerned. We're talking about non-fungible tokens. So can we just explain this for our for viewers or for those entrepreneurs who are looking to enter or take this NFT route to promote their business? How is that possible, and how you can help them?
I think for businesses to embark into a NFT journey or Web3 integration journey, there must be a very good business case for them to get into it. I give you another example. I know of some maybe loyalty program. Instead of giving out a physical card, for example, they can think about using NFT to replace them.
Sure.
Right? Because NFT is, to be real honest, it is a good way for you to identify who you are. It is also a very good way to roll out some rewards program in a much faster manner. So businesses who are maybe in the retail sector, you can look at this and see if you can implement, the NFT technology, onto your business. If you are looking at Web3 as a whole, at times you might find that it is a bit too difficult, to merge this into your business. But you got to also bear in mind, that right now the businesses are changing, really changing. You can be looking at for example, again, you can be looking at having a Web3 login, to your e-commerce site. Right? You can have Web3 login into your corporate rewards portal, for example. That is the basic way to use the technology, to test it out, before you get into the next stage. First of all, get your customer ready for Web3. Let them understand that by doing a Web3 login or a Web3 wallet login is a much safer and easier thing to do to enjoy and know what is Web3, right? So this is the baby step you need to take as a business to make it work. And after which you can talk about many different things. You can talk about, getting your rewards points onto a listed platform, into a fan token, for example. That's the second step. Of course, there are third step, fourth steps, the list goes on. But let's talk about the most practical thing, just the first step. By doing that, there will be lots of things going on, for us and for all the traditional businesses.
So, sir, since we are talking about the use cases of NFTs, and let's move a bit forward. And there was a concern when FTX implosion happened. There are a lot of investors who were thinking of picking up a decentralized exchange or a centralized exchange. There was a big thought process which was going on in their mind. So, Are we going to witness an increased usage which may result in the sector experiencing exponential growth here onwards? And what is the situation? I mean, we're talking about November, and it's like 3 months down the line, we are sitting in Feb. What's the situation, sir?
I think, when FTX was down, there were a lot of talks that taxes are going to grow a lot bigger, right? But fast forward 2-3 months down the road, it didn't grow bigger, right? So the thing is this, when the times are hard, people will think about different solution, right? And when the times are really hard, they will think about other ways to get into the market, decentralized, anonymous, and so forth, So that particular thinking about taxes, I think it went on for about maybe 2 to 3 weeks, But right now, I think most people are not talking about it anymore, right? But does it mean that we are not going for decentralization? No, we have to continue to work on decentralization, safer, more secure, transparent trading, on DEX. I think that is still a must. But we all have to understand, we have gone through like 2 to 3 cycle of bear market and so forth. Once the market pumps up, people will forget about what is decentralization. They will forget about I need to use a DEX. That is the sad truth, to be real honest, right? So my very honest take is decentralization is definitely here to stay, and it is definitely experimental to a certain extent. For some of these traditional users or finance users, but to us, because we are the pioneer, we need to have our strong stand, that decentralized is going to work, right? Is decentralization going to be the core driver, for our economy?
That is something which we have to evaluate.
Yes.
Exactly.
I think we have to evaluate.
Yeah. Yes. Since we are talking about this NFT sector and which is coming from a major drop in 2022, and we are seeing signs of progress as well. DeFi sector actually has also witnessed the same amount of activity. So we are talking about $150 billion worth of TVLs, and as we speak, it is coming from a low of $44 billion. My next question to you is, have we managed to free the exchanges from the bottlenecks usually associated with the DeFi structure and the framework with the innovative technology? What's your view on that, sir?
I think this current state that we are looking right now, in terms of all this bear market signal, all the NFT, Three Arrow, Terra, Luna, I think it has gone down significantly, in terms of how much damage it can continue to hurt us, right? So what we see right now, I hope that it has already been hit the bottom and is continue rising in a more sustainable manner. I think right now it is in such a condition, to be real honest. Because I look at it from the Bitcoin's price, into the amount of trade and the support level. I do think that right now the market is a lot more rosy. And again, coming back to the previous question that you asked, things like the NFT has also grown a lot, right? So overall the market has rise, and I think if we all work together hard enough with the same mindset, things will maintain at this current level for a while.
Sure. It is actually sort of consolidation, and we have to see that, how things progress. Thank you so much, sir, for being part of this interaction and talking to us from India, Mumbai studio. Thank you so much for joining us from Singapore. Thank you, sir.
Hey, bye. Thank you. See you soon.
Thank you, sir.